We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. It's an Elite Diamond Dynasty World Series matchup between the Hitmen and the Greyhounds. It's Baseball on the Show, and it's coming up next. Sends that one out of play for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Dickerson's there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in the switch hitter, Norman Kuzminoff. Into the windup and the pitch. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. 67 degrees our game time temperature. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. On to first, and a fine start to the inning here for Latos. 2 away. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. First chance for. And the changeup is way low that time. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Dickerson on the move. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Greyhounds, center fielder Billy Hamilton.
And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike one. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
Hey, that's a good pitch right there. But, you know, as a base stealer, when you're in the box like that, you want to protect your money makers, right? You don't want anything around your knees or your feet, so he was fortunate to get out of the way of that one.
Stepping up now, Jose Ramirez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Shows bunt as he gets this one down. And the throw will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned. Digging in, pretty boy Thomas, ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. On the ground to the right side. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. In is Joey Votto now, trying to cash in here in his first at-bat with a runner at third and 2 gone. And this is in the dirt, but nicely blocked that time by Martinez. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
With the runner on third, 2 outs, base open, and a good hitter at the plate, you have to be smart.
Now, meanwhile, this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. Ready now, Corey Dickerson, trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Catfish comes set, 1-0 on its way. A swing and a miss at a ball down. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Slice down the left side, but foul.
Oh, man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that breaking pitch to keep him off balance with the heater.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Sent on the ground out to second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Batting 6.
Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. Ian Kinsler is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1.
Well, he's in a bit of hot water in this first inning, but if he can start throwing his slider effectively like that, he has a lot better chance of settling into this game.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Lays off 2-2 now. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swinging a soft liner. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Here's big Aaron Judge. He'll be in to lead off here against Matt Latos. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. Here's Latos now on 0-2. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Now the pitch. On the ground up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. And a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow. At the plate, Justin Bohr, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Line to the right side. But there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2. Now at the plate, Buddy Bell. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Now a check swing, but that's in there. Now batting, Carlos Correa. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
The shortstop.
Into the windup and the pitch.
Correa.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Barehanded at his knees. He's out. And that's a huge play to keep the leadoff man off base.
Right fielder, J.D. Martinez.
J.D. Martinez comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
1-2.
Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2. Grounded foul. Bases are empty, one man out. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. The pitcher, Matt Latos, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Pulls the bunt attempt back, but it's in there for strike one. Now a bunt attempt here, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there. You're down 0-2. You're in protect mode. You want to chase that ball. Nice layoff.
Digging in to try it again. Billy Hamilton. He singled his last time up. Left field and deep. And he will get there to make the running play. Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. 7-8-9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third.
Martinez.
Grounded to the right. Taken in by Kinsler. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. Into the windup and the pitch. Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit. And now a pitch on the way. Hit weakly back to the mound. On to first, and there were 2 down. Into the box now, Catfish Hunter. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Well, that's a true indicator. He's looking for a fastball in. He wanted to spin the wind right there and knock one as far as he could. He got the off-speed pitch inside, and he pulled off of it.
Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time. Digging in for his second at-bat, Jose Ramirez. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Jose Ramirez.
Hit out towards second. Kuzmanov is right there. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Striding in once again, Pretty Boy Thomas. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And standing in is the on-base machine, first baseman Joey Votto. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Corey Dickerson. A base hit in his first trip. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Griffey waits on it, and the inning is over. Ready for another chance. Ken Griffey Jr. will lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Ken Griffey Jr.
And this will be fouled away.
Man, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Well, they got him in the rocking chair right now. A little changeup followed up with the fastball, and he's a little late with that swing. I may go back with another changeup.
Fly ball out to straightaway left. Dickerson's there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Now at the plate, Norman Kuzmanov. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Another one sent foul. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again.
I like that combination right there. Show him the curveball, and now that fastball sitting in the low 90s is going to look even faster. Nice job of mixing it up.
Dickerson is there, and that's the second out of the inning. At the plate, Charlie Blackman.
Charlie Blackman.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. On his way to second is Blackman. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double. Striding into the box, Aaron Judge comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a called strike anyway.
Here we are in the middle innings, Matt, and he's over 80% first pitch strikes on hitters. You wonder why he's dominating right now. That's a great ratio, getting ahead and getting them out.
The set and the 1-1 pitch. Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch. To 2-2 now.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go, and we'll have to leave it there as the play is made. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Bohr in foul ground, and that's the first out of the inning. So striding in, Carlos Correa. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And he lays off there 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. And that swung on and missed on a pitch down 1-1.
Boy, that was a good changeup right there. You see how he swung through that ball? Man, he's got him thinking now, because that was clearly an indication he was looking fastball and got fooled.
And the pitch. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Grounded back up the middle. Throw gets him, 2 down. Coming to the plate now, J.D. Martinez. He reached on a single in his first try. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. And then that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second, and indeed it will. So digging in now, Justin Bohr. He'll start things out as we begin the fifth. And now it appears the outfield will shift and assume a more straight-up alignment. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. Back up the, oh no, that got him. He's safe. A great recovery, but he couldn't get it there in time. In now, Buddy Bell. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Martinez has to come in a few steps, but he has it for out number one. Striding in, Victor Martinez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set and the pitch. Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming in is Hamilton. He can't get to it. This one's down. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. First and second now, one man out. On the ground to the left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. The throw home. And the tag too late as he's across to tie things at one. Stepping into the box, Catfish Hunter comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Now both runners on the move. And a good decision there to sweep this away in foul territory and make him try it again. Pitch out, nothing doing. But he gets back in time, safe at second base. The 1-1 pitch. And he pops up the bunt attempt. Therefore, it is Votto, 2 away now. Ready for another shot now, Ken Griffey Jr. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the fifth. Hit sharply on the ground. They'll go to Correa for the force, and that in. Digging in, Matt Latos. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Matt Latos.
And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out.
The batter, number 6.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. In there, 0-1. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone in the home fifth. Catfish looks in. Here's the first pitch. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game.
And the throw is in time to get him. Ready for another chance. Norman Kuzmanov. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Popped high in the air. Ramirez is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Now here's a swing and a ground ball for Kinsler at second base. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away. Ready once again, Aaron Judge. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a 2-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously if...
Well, the play's been made, and that retires this. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Pretty Boy Thomas. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Favorable call in there for a strike.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
In is Joey Votto now. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike one. Runner goes for second. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Line drive to center field. Griffey is right there, one down. Digging in to try it again. Corey Dickerson. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And the changeup is way low that time.
Well, counting now 1-0 with a real good slugger up at the plate. This is the time as a pitcher you have to really make some good pitches. This is not the time to just groove one right down the middle.
And this will be fouled away. Drilled to the left side. And that is through into left field. A base hit. Thomas is on his way home. And he's safe. Striding in once again, Ian Kinsler. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one stayed too low apparently. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. Runner at first here, one man out. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Bohr has room in foul territory. 2 down. Here's Carlos Correa now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Hit on the ground out to short. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. Digging in once again, Justin Bohr. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
Justin Bohr.
Hit sharply on the ground. And this is through into right field, so the tying run's aboard to kick off the inning. Into the box now, Buddy Bell. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Skied into straightaway right. Martinez has a read on it. He gets there to put it away, and tagging is the runner from first. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. A hit in 2 tries so far. Line toward the gap in left center. And that'll get down for a base hit. Now a long throw to third. And he is in there at third as the possible tying run. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double. Ready for another shot now, Adrian Beltre, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Bouncer down the line. And he'll smartly just ensure that this stays a foul ball. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike, and then they bust him in with a fastball. I don't know what he's thinking up there, but they really are messing with his mind right now. Well, you talk about fighting. He's fouling balls off, fouling them off in the 1-2 count. He finally took a ball right there. I wonder if he feels more confident or he wants to keep swinging.
But not in time, and just like that, this ball game is tied. Jared Saltalamacchia.
Jared Saltalamacchia.
And they'll try and get him out in front to start there. Base hit. And that's going to plate the go-ahead run from second as they move out in front here, 3-2. Now batting, Ken Griffey Jr. He's 0 for 3 so far, so he hasn't done much to help at the top of the lineup. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Ready on 1-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Here comes Dickerson. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. Now at the plate, Norman Kuzmanov.
Second baseman, Norman Kuzmanov.
Hard hit ball to second. There to get it is Kinsler. Throw on to first, and they're able to escape the monster. Hunter Strickland gets the call from the
pitching. Hunter.
So coming to the plate, J.D. Martinez. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Leading off for Indianapolis, right fielder, J.D. Martinez.
Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Oh, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. J.D. Martinez is retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Played on the backhand, and he is out on the tag. Digging in the switch hitter, Billy Hamilton. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And that one misses upstairs, 2-0.
That's 2 close pitches right there, and he just laid off him. I think he's sitting on one specific pitch, and he hasn't gotten it yet.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out. Felipe Rivero has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. At the plate, Charlie Blackmon. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th. Now a ball sliced out of play down the left field line.
Oh, he's clearly hitting off the fastball right there. You don't hit one that hard if you're not looking for it.
This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
That's some good hitting right there. Great eyes. I mean, to recognize that and lay off it right now, that was nice.
Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. And another foul ball.
That was the 4th foul ball in this at bat. He is really making him work.
1-2. Here it comes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
But it's costing him a lot of bullets. Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Right fielder.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He was a ground out victim last time up. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Martinez. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Justin Bohr is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Well, that slider right there, that's what makes him tough against the left-hander. That pitch is almost impossible to hit.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Up in the zone for him, and he takes a called strike 2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. So digging in now, Buddy Bell. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. He's set. Here it comes. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. Throw into second. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away. But no, he puts on the brakes and will head back to first.
The catcher, number 41.
Settling in now, Victor Martinez. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. Danny Farquhar trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. And the runner's coming home. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. Took something off there as this pitch is in the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate. And he'll make it back in safely at third. Tried to make it home when he shouldn't have, and now they've got him hung up. And they almost get him at third, but he's just able to get back in safely. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Line toward right center, and he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. In to score, the runner from third. And the second run will score as they push the margin here to 5-2 now.
Third baseman number 29.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. A hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ballgame. On to second for the force out. And striding in, Jose Ramirez. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
Jose Ramirez.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Blackman will get there as he makes the catch in foul territory for the first out. First pitch on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. Kuzmanov fields it cleanly. Throw in time at first for out number 2. In is Joey Votto now. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. And a ball 1-0.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Digging in now, Hunter Strickland. Willie McCovey will try to get his club a little ninth inning insurance as he'll grab a bat to pinch hit, leading things off here. David Price enters from the pen to start. And now it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter here as Melky Cabrera has grabbed a bat and begun to loosen in the on-deck circle. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and Cabrera's going to have himself a base hit. The ninth inning's underway with a leadoff man aboard via the single. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Ken Griffey Jr. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Nobody out, runner on first. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Swing and a miss by Griffey, so Junior's a strikeout victim here. Now at the plate, Norman Kuzmanov. And no swing apparently. Ball 1.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one. I'll tell you, he just doesn't look comfortable in the box to me tonight. He's been off balance with his swings, and that one completely tied him up.
Dickerson is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. Coming to the plate now, Charlie Blackman. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. 2 out with the man at first. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. Here's a foul ball left side, and that'll move it to 1-2. Now Price is 1-2. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. The 2-2 coming now from Price. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Now Price misses here on 2-2, and he runs it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
full count with 2 outs now, so if he can put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
On the ground up the middle. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is... Felipe Rivero enters the game to finish
Now
this.
pitching.
At the plate, Corey Dickerson is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Andrew McCutcheon will get up off the bench to lead off the home half of the 9th, and they've certainly got their work cut out for them here, so he'll just need to work on getting aboard. Rivero is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. Now a changeup to start him out, but that's looked at down and in for ball 1. Hit hard up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Carlos Correa now. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Here's a high pop-up. Bohr is there for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Here's J.D. Martinez. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. To third. Throw on to second for the force, and the ball game is over. Well, sometimes that defining moment of the game.